Come with us and imagine, if you will, a world of dragons, giants, wizards, and the many mythical creatures of old.
And the dwarves!
A world where magic abounds and tales.
You didn't mention the dwarves! There's a dwarf on the show!
A world where...
Oh, shut the hell up! I'll do the damn intro. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Archie Trehorn, the dwarf, and this is Foretold Fiction.
Hey, sorry, man. Archie can be pretty intense sometimes. He's, I mean, you wouldn't be exactly in the best mood if you woke up after 1,000 years trapped in ice either.
Nah,
you know?
Fuck him! He's fucking fired!
Well, I mean, we got the intro anyway, man. We appreciate you coming in and doing that for us.
what do you mean?
Well, the intro's good to go. I mean, it's...
It's still gonna be $100, dude.
Yeah. Jeff, you got his money?
Yeah, man, here you go. Yeah, here's a tip, too. Don't ever come back. Thanks for fucking up my intro to the show, man. Real good. Good etiquette there.
All right, guys. You guys have a good one. Thanks. Fuck you little dwarf.
Fuck you too, motherfucker! You wouldn't last a second with me on the axe! I just... catch the axe! Fuck! Hey, Archie, since you haven't been introduced yet, why don't you go cool off in the other room a minute? We'll kick the thing off. We'll kick the show off and introduce myself, like I've been trying to do, and we'll get things rolling. All right. I'm gonna go have a smoke.
Yeah, Archie, I got some ale for you in the fridge there too, man. You can go ahead and take the edge off real quick.
Ale, you say? That's great.
All right, man. We'll see you back here in a minute. All right. Now that we got that out of the way, Jesus. What's up, everybody? This is Dylan. Welcome to the first official episode of Foretold Fiction. And I'm here with my new co-host, Jeff Wooderson. What's going on, Jeff?
Oh, Dylan, it's great to be here, brother. Great to be here. I'm very excited for this podcast. I really think this is the right direction for me to be going. I really appreciate the call.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I had this idea. I sat down in the studio a few weeks ago with Reginald Longbottom and the Beast.
Dylan, doesn't he prefer to be called Osiris or something like that?
My bad. He is Osiris, the Beast. But yeah, those guys introduced me to this whole underground realm of mythical characters and creatures that, I thought was just tales and epic adventures that you see on the big screen and stuff. Like, no, these guys are actually out here.
Yeah, that's why before when I told you the story about Archie and how I found him, you just thought I was blowing smoke up your ass, huh?
Not to say that I thought you were lying, but, when somebody comes up to you...
Full of shit, I get it.
Somebody tells you...
I've got that a lot in my life.
I mean, you are a car salesman, so, no offense, but we've all dealt with it.
I'm going to stop you right there. I was an insurance claims salesman. Claims agent / salesman. Car salesmen are heartless.
My mistake.
Insurance sales is a legitimate business. Okay, I can't say that with a straight face. Insurance sales is a legitimate business for yourself to make some money to get going. Other people, it's trash, honestly.
All right, so let's dive into that a little bit. We're bringing you onto the show, official co-host. We got to get some backstory. Jeff, where are you coming from? Where does the story of Jeff start?
Well, so I was insurance claims agent down in Clarksville, Tennessee. I was also a semi-professional golfer. At one point, I was going to be a professional golfer. That's actually a bit how you found out about me, was the golfing career. You've been into golf for years. You used to come down and get some lessons from me. That's how we met, So for everybody else out there, the insurance claims thing was kind of kind of where I had to make my money. I did make some money doing golf, but when I was going for pro, I took a backswing, shit my pants, and I couldn't swing the clubs anymore as well as I could for pro. There was shit everywhere, all over the fucking greens, and then I lost my sponsorships. I got real deep in depression, alcohol, drugs, all that stuff. And then I had to rely on the insurance stuff. I made a couple of wise investments, retired early. And along the way, we had met, do some things. Let's get down to the brass tacks of what you're going to ask me.
Yeah, so I wanted to get into, so you retired, and another one of your insurance friends comes to you and says, hey, man, I'm going on an expedition.
Yeah.
And you're retired, so of course you're like, well, hell yeah, I'm there. Let's go.
Oh, buddy, I was down to travel every day.
So where did he ask you to go? You said you went to see Antarctica?
Yeah. He said, hey, you have any interest in going to Antarctica? And I said, well, does a bear fuck itself in the woods? Nobody knows. But yeah, I wanted to go.
So you go to Antarctica, and you guys are obviously checking out the scenery. Not much to see there other than a bunch of ice, I assume. But you come by a surprise.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Settle down, flat earthers. Settle down. I'm not plugging y'all. Yeah, we were out there. I really don't know what he was searching for. Not really quite sure what the expedition was about. I was pretty fucking drunk the whole time. But they had cameras out. They were digging. Man, they were digging. We happened to come across, when they were digging into the side of this mountain, we came across, ladies, gentlemen, fellas, creatures, girls, boys, girls, boy, girls, any of that. Yo, we came across something so fucking crazy. Archie, the little dwarf earlier, he was encased, glassed in ice, but it was perfect. You could see right through it. Like it was a perfect sheet of glass. And, we could believe it. We didn't know what he was, Missing link? What could he be? Small person, could have been more of that. The difference, though, what we saw was the armor and the axe that was with him, and that was what piqued my interest. Do a little bit of thawing, a little bit of kerosene heaters, and bada bing, bada boom, he was thawing. Wasn't until the next morning that he went fucking nuts, tried to kill all of us, that we figured out that he wasn't from this time.
So you guys discover a long-lost frozen dwarf in the ice of Antarctica.
Say you guys. I was just kind of there. I give the credit to them. But let's be honest, I ended up becoming friends with the guy. So
you eventually get Archie to calm down. And what, you guys just started hanging out in Antarctica?
Yeah, so what we did was we kind of set up a camp there for a while. They had some scientists with them. They wanted to study them a little bit. It started getting weird, and that's when I decided that I was going to take him with me because I didn't feel like he was safe with all of them. And I brought him back to Clarksville, Tennessee, man. Let him live with me and taught him about this world. Taught him, it took a long, long time to get him past the fact that everything's going on. I mean, he'd been frozen for we don't even know how long.
So yeah, I mean, like you said, I've known you for years, and we hooked up through my friend Jason on the Millennial Suck podcast.
Yeah.
He's the one that got me started in golfing.
Yeah,
and we just happened to meet you out on the course one day.
Oh man, Jason and I have had some good times together, brother.
He was helping coach me through the learning to golf, and you came up and gave me some pro tips and all that stuff, which was cool. And I had known you for years, and you'd never mentioned anything about a dwarf. So then I come to you, and I'm like, hey, man, I just had this awesome, crazy conversation with essentially these cartoon characters, Reginald and Osiris. And I'd really like to do this. Like, they've told me about this whole underground, like I said, world of mythical creatures and stuff. And I'm like, man, that's really cool. I'd like to talk to some of these people. Like, we hear all these tales of dwarves and monsters and creatures of various sorts. Like, we see them in movies and all that.
Ladies and gentlemen, they are among us.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, well, instead of being scared of them, instead of doing what the people in the movies do and freaking out, instead of sending the military or the CIA or doing, they're going to end up at Area 51 or whatever the hell the government does with them. let's just go have conversations with these people and see what's going on with them. And then you said, well, I've got the hookup on a mythical creature chilling back at my apartment in Tennessee.
You were not ready to meet him back then, though.
You
were not ready to meet. You've seen him. He's like anything you ever saw in movies and all that fantasy books.
Who's ready to meet someone like that?
Well,
That's insane.
You are now.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, he's here. He's here.
All right. Hey, all your ale's gone. I'm ready to do this podcast now.
All right, Archie's back. Let's get this thing started. Jeff, why don't you introduce our friend here?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Archie Trehorn, my personal friend, very close friend. Could call him my best friend. Oh, don't be getting all soft now, you weasel. All right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Archie Trehorn, he is now going to be a part of Foretold Fiction and this podcast. He'll be doing our ads, and now, as you heard earlier, he'll be doing our promos. Without further ado, Dylan, why don't you start him off with the questions, because you're the one got to get to know him.
Yeah. So, first off, how's it going, Archie? You feeling a little bit better from earlier?
I have calmed down quite a bit, Dylan. I've calmed down. I'm good. I'm good.
Got a good amount of ale in you?
I've got all of your ale in me. It's all gone.
All right. Oh, you'll be happy to know, I just put in a quick Uber order. They're bringing up a whole nother couple cases for you. So,
oh, slap a donkey right on his ass and jerk his dick. Thank you, Dylan.
Absolutely, man. We got to keep you loosened up for this new thing. I mean, I guess everything's new to you right now, right?
It is. Yes. It's quite new. Not as new as when I, thawed out like a fucking steak in the freezer. But yeah, all this stuff is new to me. I still walk around with my axe because I think I need it.
I mean, the axe is a good look. I'll be real. Like, if I could walk around with an axe every day and not get the cops called on me, I'd probably do the same thing.
Dylan, you look more like an elf, so you'd need daggers, and it would look great on you.
You got to connect on some good daggers? Because
I can make you one. Us dwarves were great on the forge.
Hell yes, dude. Well, I want to carry a dwarven dagger. That'd be badass. Hell yeah, we'll get that connected. But first, I want to focus on you here. So you thaw out, let's go back before that. Like, tell me about the dwarves, your people. What were you up to before you got frozen? What led to you being in Antarctica in the first place?
Poor choices. Antarctica wasn't always frozen either.
So from what I understand, you guys lived in the mountains.
Yes, lava, like inside volcanoes, like they say. We use those for our forges. We need the heat. That's why our weaponry was always the best in the world of old. None of you people these days even believe that's real, but it was.
So you guys are going about your business, forging weapons in the volcano.
Well, so see, here's the thing. Dwarves live just like you. We have different societies. So each society of dwarves or clan or whatever you want, they all lived in different separate mountains of separate regions, just like humans, anything else, orcs, dragons, all that shit. Well, the problem is I was a great warrior for my king, the best, but my king was an arrogant ass, and he led to a dragon getting in our mountain and taking our homes from us, and there was nothing we could do about it because that bastard was too fucking strong.
So you got essentially evicted by a dragon.
It's a tale that you saw a lot more back then. It doesn't sound like you would now, but back then it was a common thing for dwarves to have to find new mountains if they could not defeat that said dragon. And that dragon was mighty. I hope he's long gone. I never want to see him.
I mean, just for future reference, if we were to have a dragon episode, is that off limits for you?
It's not off limits. I'm all about the success of this show. You guys have given me a real job I have my first real job in the new world. I'll do it, but I'm gonna be a little weary.
I don't blame you. I mean,
they're scary, man, and I ain't scared of shit.
So you get booted out of your volcano, and your people, I assume, just emigrated down south.
No, you'd assume wrong. My arrogant king led us to war once again against another colony of dwarves to take their mountain, and they fucking killed all of us. Well, I guess except me.
So you managed to escape the battle.
Honestly, last thing I remember before waking up out of the ice, I was hand on the axe, cutting through a bunch of them. I don't know. I have no recollection of what happened. Yeah, I'll be honest. I may have had a problem with ale, and maybe before the war started, I may have gotten completely shart-faced.
All right, so you go into this dwarven war shit-faced, at some point black out, and wake up being thawed out by Jeff and his friend down in Antarctica.
What an ugly face to see. Oh, come on now. You're a little tiny, ugly, angry dwarf. What's uglier than that? Shut up!
So I assume you wake up, you think you're still battling? Is that why you came at Jeff?
I was in a haze when I woke up. I thought they were the enemy. I was just there, so I thought I was still on the battlefield. Almost killed all of them. Almost killed all of them. Didn't manage to kill a single one. Isn't that a funny story? Not to me. I'm sorry. I'm still a little shook from earlier. That cocksucker before. Oh.
Hey, settle down, buddy. Settle down. More ales on the way. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you just tuning in, this is my friend Archie. He's from the world of old. He is an angry little dwarf.
Oh, you're cruising for a bruising, Jeffy boy.
Oh, hold on, fellas. Knock at the door there. 1 second. Shit! Hey, ale's here, boys.
Oh, great!
Yeah, I knew that'd be a good time.
Yeah, there's your tip there, bud. Thank you. We got ales!
Hurry up, you! Give me one of those!
There you go, Archie. Have your fill.
Now we're talking. Now it's a show.
Yeah, I think I'll take one too.
Pass them around, boys. Before we continue with the conversation, me and Jeff are going to knock back a couple of these beers. We're going to have Archie jump in here. Archie, who's bringing you this episode of Foretold Fiction today?
This episode of Foretold Fiction is brought to you by Dude Wipes. When I thawed out of the ice, me arse was all fuckered up. It felt like fucking chickens fighting each other on each of me butt cheeks. And Dude Wipes was there to make me have a nice, icy feeling across me bum. Dude Wipes, anywhere, anytime. Go Dude Wipes.
All right, yeah, thank you, Dude Wipes, for bringing the Foretold Fiction boys together, helping us get this out into the world. So, boys, let's talk a little bit about, what we're doing here. So, Foretold Fiction, we're going to go explore the country, the world, wherever we got to go to find mythical creatures, tall tales, and just talk to them.
Yeah.
We're gonna hang out with dragons and giants and dwarves, obviously.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't forget the dwarves.
Nobody's gonna forget the dwarves after that. That's for damn sure.
That was I was really comical, honestly, Archie. That was a good
No,
time.
I was being serious. I was gonna hurt that guy.
I mean, if you're gonna talk about the old world, if you're gonna talk about the legends, the myths, you gotta talk about the dwarves.
He clearly has a complex against my people.
Yeah, I mean, he only costed $100, so like.
Yeah, that was nothing. That was royalty I gave him off of my golf career. Hey, Dylan, just so we're clear, though, we are running short on time. Just wanted to let you, I'm keeping an eye on the clock for us.
Right on, man. So before we close it out, I want to just get so we've got you guys' backstories. You guys have been, you were living together down in Tennessee. You guys just recently moved up here. We're back, here together in Ohio.
We got ourselves a nice townhouse.
A townhouse. So do you guys have people sharing the building with you?
Yeah, he thinks that it, because back in their times, like that was like higher sophisticated living, I guess. He thinks that humans love living in those, so he's all excited.
I love living in a townhouse.
How do the neighbors feel about living next to a dwarf?
Yeah, our lease is not going to get extended already. And we haven't even had it, what, a month?
Oh, fuck them and their lease. I don't even know what that is. I don't understand it. It's our house. We live there.
Yeah, he still doesn't understand how it all works. I'm a work in progress.
Well, hopefully we can get some rent payments out of this thing. Dude Wipes will be paying you guys' rent at least for the next month or two. So
Yeah, pretty please. It goes to a good cause.
yeah, so we're gonna be going around talking to some mythical creatures and just having a beer with them. Like what you watch these movies, you see them battling. You see these epic tales and adventures, but like, what happens when you just hang out with a dragon and his horde? Just over a cup of coffee or something. What happens when you hang out with a giant just living his life, So that's what we're here to do. We're here to give a voice to these guys and let them.
You ain't gonna be so keen on meeting a dragon when its fire touches the tip of your penis.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure when a dragon's gonna directly blow fire just to the tip of your penis, Archie.
I've seen it. I have seen it.
Yeah, of course you have. Of course you have.
I swear it. Whatever.
All right. Well, Archie, it sounds like you got some stories to tell about the dragons.
Dylan,
And what?
my name isn't Archie.
Well, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Archie. I was
Not
trying
this
to figure
again.
out.
I thought we got this worked out on the first episode. That was the pilot.
Well, the first episode I was talking to Reginald and Osiris.
This is why I thought this was going to be a bad idea to take mushrooms before every podcast.
But the mushrooms have nothing to do with it. I was talking to Archie and Jeff.
I don't see anybody else in here but you and I.
Listen, just take these mushrooms, and I promise you, Archie's here. They're right there. Mushrooms are right there. Go ahead. They're here.
All right, dude. Let's just wrap this thing up.
All right, everybody. This has been Foretold Fiction. Jeff, you want to take us out there, bud?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Foretold Fiction. I can't wait to be a part of you guys' lives. And we got a lot of content coming up and a lot of mythical creatures you're not going to want to miss.
Yeah. So be sure to tune back in to Foretold Fiction, or else.
Yeah, I'm Jason. This is Foretold Fiction. Yeah, I guess this is the route we're going with, ladies and gentlemen. Gosh, we just take mushrooms before a show, and then it just gets out of control. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I'm Jason Fix, Foretold Fiction.
I'm Dylan Foreman.
Archie Trehorn.
Jeff Wooderson, thanks for coming.